okay?
Yeah.
And then it'll take a little time, but just feel out when to jump in.
Thank you.
What the? Is L?
No worries.
Yeah, as soon as they walk away.
Broski. Is that?
E. Dombrowski.
Ian, did you figure out your audio?
Emily.
Yes, Emily Dabrowski.
Balanced wealth management. HCTV Sports is supported by Balanced Wealth Management, Retirement, Planning, Expertise. Farmers Insurance, the Katie Lindbergh Agency. Katie Lindbergh, Hastings Downtown Farmers Insurance. If you don't know insurance, you need to know her.
First goal of the year goes for the Raiders.
Between the Burnsville Blaze and the Hastings Raiders. Hastings comes in with a 2-1 record, Burnsville with a 1-3 record, and Hastings just beat Two Rivers last Thursday 4-3. That's a big win because they are now in our section this season. So Hastings 3-0, they're second in the Metro East, and Burnsville is 1-3. And Carl, you got any little nuggets you want to give me for this game before we start?
Yeah, the Raiders are riding a...
Let's hold off on that. I'm going to give you some lineups real quick. We got our game starting a little earlier tonight than usual. Starting for the Burnsville Blaze, it's going to be number 4, the shortstop, Carly Lamott. Number 21 in center field, Alex Gerber. Number 18 in left field, Brooke Gerber. Number 7, third baseman, Kate Dam. Number 10, Dory Gumaki at catcher. Number 3, Sid Handerin in right field. And that's that first pitch by Haley Strain's in there for a strike. We'll get you the rest of the lineups later. As I said, we kind of started a little early here, so good start for the Raiders there. Strike 1 for Haley Strain.
Carly Lamott at the plate.
And yes, that is the shortstop, number 4, Carly Lamott. Betting from the left side. We'll try to get you some stats. High school stats aren't always too good on the websites, but I'll do what I can. That one's a foul tip ball. Once again, that's Haley Strain on the mound. Late right there for the Raiders. That's Sienna McCoy.
Strain is deep into her pitch count here just for the first batter of the game.
And the pitch, that one's nubbed into the center. It's going to fall short to the second baseman, throws to first. It's in time for out number 1. That's your second baseman, Emily Dembrowski. Records the first out of the game on a 4-3 putout. Next up for the Blaze, it's number 21, the center fielder, Alex Gerber. She bats from the left side of the plate, if you will, a left-hander. And she is the one to watch out for. And there's a swing and a miss for strike one. Alex comes in leading the team with a .662 batting average. She's 4 for 6, and she's got 2 stolen bases. So try not to let her on the bases, because if so, look out for the steal attempt. And that one's in the outside corner. Alex didn't like it, but it's quickly 0-2. And that one's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gerber. Haley trying to paint that outside corner. For all you pitchers out there, that's what you want to do. Paint the corner, change the speeds. And that one's a swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout for Haley Strain. Gerber goes down for the second out of the inning, swinging. And here's a quick shot at that Raiders defense. Out in the outfield, it's Myers, Selesky, and Mall. That's for left, center, right. Third base, it's LaFleur. Shortstop, it's Hunt. Second base, it's Dombrowski. And first base, it's Jenkins. Already mentioned McCoy behind the plate. And of course, Haley Strain on the mound. There's a foul ball off the Blaze fence line for strike number 1 to Brooke Gerber. Brooke is the left fielder in this game. That's the 11th pitch of this inning for Haley. And that one's a ground ball, first base, fielded clean. Oh, and she flips it to the second baseman for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, no hits, no runs, no errors. As Haley Strain finishes the first 3 batters of the Burnsville Blaze. Here's a good shot of the Raiders team. They're huddling up there. So we're going to head to the bottom of the first here. Got the sun out here. Got some few clouds.
Yeah, but otherwise a beautiful day for some softball. You can't ask for a much better day than 66-degree weather here in April.
Amen to that. Here's your lineup for the Hastings Raiders. Leading off for the Raiders, number 3, first baseman Lauren Jenkins. Batting second, number 10, the catcher Sienna McCoy. Batting third, the pitcher, number 18, Haley Strain. Batting fourth at the designated position, number 27, Kylie Evans. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 5, Kaylee Hunt. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 2, Lauren Meyer. Batting eighth, center fielder, number 11, Addie Selesky. And batting ninth, second baseman, number 4, Emma Dombrowski. And Lauren Mall, she's going to be the one that gets hit for. Or no, sorry, she's batting ninth. Here's the Burnsville Blaze defense. You want to take it away, Carl?
Out in left field, we have Gerber with center fielder Gerber as well. We have the right fielder's pronunciation of that name is Handrahan in right field. Lamont at shortstop, Dam at third. Lamont at second base, DeBilson at first, Johnson on the mound, and Gramacki behind the plate for the Burnsville Blaze.
Well done. Thanks, Carl. Once again, leading off for the Raiders, it's number 3, first baseman Lauren Jenkins. She bats from the left side of the plate. I mentioned both squads wearing black jerseys. Of course, Raiders will have black and blue. Burnsville, black and gold. On the mound for Burnsville, number 20, Gracie Johnson. She's a right-handed pitcher, unlike Haley, who's left-handed. First pitch on the way. That's in there for a strike right down the pipe.
We have twin sisters at the 4 and the 6 for Burnsville today, the Lamonts.
Little change up there. It's a blooper up front. Catcher. Oh, she touched it. That's a fair ball.
Gramacki unable to make the play for Burnsville, and now the Raiders have a run on.
And that's going to be a error in the book. It was in the catcher's glove. She dropped it. She only had to make a couple steps. But either way, Raiders will take a base runner. That brings up number 10, the catcher, Sienna McCoy. Ooh, it's a bunt attempt, fouled off, strike one.
McCoy won the Raider Award in 2023. Was also named 2023 All-Conference. Trying to bring that ability to the batter's box here.
So runner on first, nobody out. See if the Raiders can crack that egg here early in the first inning. And that one's low, inside, counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. No bunt attempt there. We'll see if she tries to put it down now. Sometimes you'll see him miss a pitch. That one's high. Good stop by the catcher right there. That's saved from Jenkins advancing to second.
Gramacki had to reach up way high there to save that one from being a wild pitch.
That brings our count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Johnson just getting herself collected. There's a foul ball. Little late on that one. Count is now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first still, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Oh, it's a changeup. She gets a piece of it. They hustle there. And a great play by the first baseman.
The Bills.
That'll bring it to plate the designated player, number 27, Kylie
Next
Evans.
up, number 27, Kylie Evans.
Kylie Evans also batting from the right side of the plate. Left-handed hitter. Run will be gone on the crack of the bat now with 2 outs. That first pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner. No attempt to steal here yet. Let's see if we get a... Oh, there's a shot down the left side, but just foul.
Just foul.
That brings our count to 0-2.
And if that one had just stayed a little bit fair, I think Jenkins really could have ran all the way around.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point, Carl. With two outs, runners going on the crack of the bat. That one's low. Brings our count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. This would be the 8th pitch of the inning for Gracie. That one's shot again down the left field line, but that's foul as well. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I would have been dead. I would have been dead if that gate was.
If she can straighten this out, both of those shots, Carl, have been line drives.
They've been heaters.
Oh, she laid off of that. She did a little bit of a check. A lot of times you'll see a catcher ask for help there, but she definitely did not go in my book. So that evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think Johnson thought that one was inside the zone, but...
And there's one up the middle, and that's going to find a way at center field. And Jenkins had to take a quick look at second. She stayed there, though. So a base hit up the middle. Runners on first and second here. Bottom of the first. Bring it to the plate. Number 5, shortstop, Kaylee Hunt.
Next up to bat, number 5, Kaylee Hunt.
Kaylee Hunt batted .367 last season. She had 18 hits and 3 runs. She swings at the first one, fouls that one off a little bit late. All these batters so far, Carl, seem to be a little bit late.
Yeah, Johnson has really been giving them diff timing thing. You see that through all levels of baseball and softball. When you get that 3rd time through the order, at that point, the batters, they seem to...
Welcome back, everybody, after 1 inning. Score is 0-0. Again, we started the game a little quick, but I'm going to say I'm Peter Heyman. I'm a former Hastings alum, played baseball here with my partner, Carl Warner. I think you're a Hastings alum as well.
Yeah, Hastings High School class of 2021. up at the University of St. Thomas now. We have a wonderful sports broadcasting class.
Amen to that. I guess since you said your class, now you got to make me say my basement Kate Dam. And that first pitch is in there for a ball. That'll bring to the plate for the Blaze, number 10, the catcher, Tori Gromacki.
Gromacki, the junior, looking to get one off of Haley Strain.
Tori swings early. Look out on deck better. She had to duck out of the way of that one, did Sid Handrahan. Good, quick move over there, Sid. Usually, they put him on the opposite side for a reason, and here she's in more danger there.
Gromacki almost took out a right fielder.
That's another pitch on that inside corner. Haley's been hitting that spot all night. Quick look by Gromacki to the umpire. Just maybe the question, maybe just wondering what he's going to call. But either way, the count's 0-2. Haley with the change up the middle. Again, a weak. There's a nice pitch for in there for strike one. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. This will be her 9th pitch coming up. So far, both the first 2 batters on the 3rd pitch, they grounded it up the middle. Let's see if that happens here. Oh, it was a changeup again. And that one's fouled off, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a change, and she caught her swinging. That was up at her eyeballs up there, Carl. So that's a strikeout for out number 3 on the 4th pitch. So that was a 10-pitch inning. That's 21 total so far for Miss Strain. And that'll bring us to the bottom of the 2nd. And the Raiders will have the 6, 7, 8 batters coming up. It'll be Lauren Meyer, Addison Selesky, and Emily Dombrowski.
And this would be a good time to remind you that HCTV Sports is supported by Balanced Wealth Management. Balanced Wealth Management, retirement planning expertise.
Yes, thank you, Balanced Wealth Management. I did mention the girls were all wearing all black. Burnsville does have the white pants on, so that is an easy way to tell them apart for those of you watching from home on HCTV.
I was just about to say, the Raiders got these new sleek black uniforms this year. Now, that's all well and great until the other team decides to wear the exact same color uniforms as well. But as you mentioned, the pants make it a little bit easier to distinguish the two. Hastings with the black, Burnsville with the white.
Yes, sir. Gotta love the new jerseys.
And those helmets are nice too, the big pirate sticker on the back.
Yep, that is cool. Speaking of New Jerseys, it's not baseball or softball, but I saw a message come out from ESPN today. The New York Jets have New Jerseys. I didn't get to see them. I don't know if you did, but
yeah, they looked very similar to last year's like alternates that they wore, but I guess they're fully embracing their brand new JETS logo with the plane instead of just the football. They're very sleek. Now the question is, can Aaron Rodgers stay healthy for more than 5 minutes?
Amen to that. All right, first pitch here, bottom of the 2nd. That's in there for a strike to Meyer. Once again, that's Gracie Johnson on the mound.
Lauren Meyer in her junior season, trying to make an impact here for the Raiders against Gracie Johnson. Deep in her stance. Takes a healthy hack at that for strike 1. For 2 strikes, excuse me.
Yep, don't say it too loud, then we confuse the umpire. Like you said, 0-2, and her swing and a miss.
No doubt about that.
So that's 2 strikeouts for Gracie Johnson. Haley Strain also has 2 herself. All the batters have at least struck out swinging. You like to see that. Next up for the Raiders, number 11, center fielder, Addie Selesky. There's that replay. You can see how she painted that outside corner. There's Selesky takes strike 1. Addie, one of the taller players on the squad. Unfortunately, I don't have a script sheet like we do in basketball where they sometimes show their height. She fouls that one off for strike 2.
Using every bit of that height to show off why she was a 2023 All-Conference honorable mention. Looking to add 2 more before she graduates.
I can say that last year Addie did go batted. She had 13 hits and 7 runs. And there's a changeup. That's a little low. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Bottom of the second, 1 out.
Definitely the type of player you want in center field if you're the Raiders.
Yep, especially if there's that deep fly ball, she can jump and
Absolutely.
grab that home run. There's a shot down the right field. Is that going to stay fair? No, just squeaks foul. Had a chance at the beginning, but going left to right, if you will, kind of like a fade in golf, if you golf,
Yeah,
or a slice, not a bad one. But
went right over the head of DeVilson.
speaking of golf, congratulations, Scotty Scheffler, for his 2nd Masters win.
Just complete Sunday domination for Scheffler.
There is a shot down the left field line, and that's a fair ball. That's towards the fence. She rounds it, and they fielded it clean, so she's not going to be able to get a double out of that. There's another base hit for Addie Selesky.
Now up to bat, number 4, Emily Dabrowski.
Next up for the Raiders, number 4, second baseman Emily Dabrowski. Also bats from the left side of the plate, right-handed hitter. Raiders got a runner on base. They weren't able to score last inning. Let's see what they can do here. There's a short, soft ground ball fielded by the pitcher. Ooh, it's a throw to first. It's in time, though. Oh, they try to backdoor. Oh, and it bobbles. She's going to take advantage of that. Way to be heads up running there. Miss Selesky heads over to third. So that's going to be ruled a 1-3 putout for the second out. And then a 3-4, and that was a low throw, Carl, so I'm going to give that error on the first baseman there.
Number 8, Lauren
As
Hull.
Addie takes advantage of the throwing error and heads to third base, so a runner just 60 feet away from getting the first run of the game. Brings up center fielder right fielder, number 8, Lauren Mull.
This righty-righty matchup here. It's going to be difficult for the bottom of the lineup, but
that one's in there for a strike. You can hear that Raiders bench in there getting loud, doing the cheers.
they want it for Lauren here.
Ooh, she sure did go, absolutely. So that brings the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sometimes they have a hard time laying off that high one.
Two outs for Lauren.
And she stays alive, fouls that one off.
The right fielder trying to bring in the center fielder for the Raiders' first run.
Here's the pitch from Johnson. That's a changeup, that's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Mule is giving Johnson her money's worth here.
Oh, that one's low. Line drive to first base. Fielded it clean, though, and a 3-U putout for you folks keeping the scorebook. Good play there by Emma Deblazon, but unfortunately the Raiders leave another runner on base. 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, no runs after 2 complete innings. Burnsville 0, Hastings 0. Are we muted?
One second. Hey, you want to come off me real quick, Hunter? Oh, commercial? Okay. Sorry, what were you saying?
Come back, you just leave out.
We welcome you back to Hastings, Minnesota here on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Before we get started here, we want to remind you that HCTV Sports is proudly supported by Farmers Insurance, the Katie Lindbergh Agency. Katie Lindbergh, Hastings, Downtown Farmers Insurance. You don't know insurance, you need to know her.
Yes, thank you very much, Katie. So Gracie Johnson getting out of a couple jams both innings. She's already at 29 pitches. Haley Strain at 21. And this will bring up the number 7 hitter, number 20 pitcher, Gracie Johnson. That's in there low for a ball. A lot of times pitchers, you don't see them hitting very much when you get to college and, of course, the pros. But in high school, they definitely hit. Sometimes they're the better hitters, too, because they're so used to, they know ball movement and they understand the complexity of pitcher and catcher. And there's a ground ball up the middle. Haley takes a stab at it. It's fielded by the third baseman. Oh, a quick call there, safe by the umpire. I'd like to see him just pause for a second, then make the call. Either way, they're going to get their first runner on base.
Gracie Johnson summons her inner Shohei Ohtani and can pitch and hit.
Here's this replay. Let's see how far Haley had to go. I'm going to have apologies, Blaze fans. That's DeBilson. And that's an offer, so that's strike 2.
Avery Crumweed for the Blaze. On the injured list today, number 22, but very, very insightful for the pronunciations in the Burnsville Blaze. Here comes Strain.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the third strikeout for Haley. Here's a good shot of Haley here, wherever she is. Haley, the tall left-handed, one of the better pitchers here in the Metro East. Next up, the 9-hitter, number 8, second baseman, Miley Lamott. Again, if I pronounce anybody's name wrong, I apologize. Carl will correct me, or if you're here, or you know somebody here, text them, come tell us. I'd rather get their names right.
One of the only sophomores on the Blaze.
And that's in there for a strike.
She joins her twin sister, Carly and Brooke Gerber, as the 3 sophomores here in the, or excuse me, there's 4 sophomores, Emma DeBilson as well.
Ooh, that one just missed. I like that pitch, though, Haley. Good location. That brings the count 2 balls, 1 strike.
See the faith that Burnsville has in their younger players. Hastings only has 1 sophomore in the varsity.
And there's a bunt attempt. That's a good bunt. Catcher fields it. Oh, it's off throw. It might have hit the runner in the helmet, so she's going to be safe on the throwing her. They try to get her at third. Not in time. So a good bunt there. An errant throw by the Hastings catcher, Sienna McCoy. So that'll be an E2 for you guys. Keeping book. Not sure we're going to get a replay of that, but that's okay. We don't want to really see Hastings Raiders errors. So it's first and third for the Blaze, 1 out. Back to the top of the order. And there's a suicide squeeze attempt maybe there. Oh, and they throw down to second. Camera's going to have to, and they attempted to steal. They threw down to second. The runner ran back to first, so no harm, no foul for either team there. I believe that was called looks like he's calling it a ball. The pitch was high. Carly went to bunt, but she pulled back in time for a ball. There's a bunt attempt. She pulled back again. It counts 2-0.
There's some good pullbacks from Lamont.
First time out for Carly. She grounded out to second base. Infield is not up, so it looks like they might give up the run here, or they think they can get her. There's the bunt. Haley's going to field it. Nobody runs. She holds it. Smart play. If she doesn't have a chance, don't throw it away or don't let the runner from third get in. So with that, though, bases are loaded for Burnsville with 1 out. Top of the third, the number 2 hitter's coming up. That's the speedster, number 21, Alex Gerber. If I was the coaches for Hastings, I'd look out for a bunt here as well with her speed if the girl on third is quick. Because now it's a force out, Carl.
Any base.
Yes, sir.
Now is Haley Strain ready? If it gets hit right back to her.
There it is. It's the ball's short. They only got to play at first, and she had to be quick because of Gerber's speed. So it's a fielder's choice put out 4-3, but a run will score on the sacrifice by Alex Gerber. Gracie Johnson scores the first run of this game. Burnsville up 1-0. There's a swing and a miss. That's a low one in the dirt.
Brooke Gerber with a big hack at that one.
Brooke grounded out to first base last time. So there's 2 outs. Runners on second, third now for Burnsville. That's a foul check. On a check swing, she fouls it off for strike 2.
And this is the count that Haley wants. See if she tries to beat her with something high.
Yep, they've been having a hard time laying off that one, Carl. Let's see what she does. Something nasty here. Off the plate for sure. Outside maybe. Oh,
back
it's
up the
hittable.
Strain.
Haley fields it, does that classic turn and throw for a 1-3 put up, but not before Burnsville gets the first run of the game to take a 1-0 lead on no hits. Couple errors and a sacrifice bunt will do that for you. That's small ball, we call that, Carl, whether it's baseball or softball. So Burnsville up 1-0. We'll head to the bottom of the third. I'm Peter Heyman with Carl Warner here broadcasting.
My bad. Shouldn't try to jump on you a bit. It's difficult to get out of that play-by-play mentality.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Hastings softball field. We're in the bottom of the third. Burnsville up 1-0 on the error and then the sacrifice bunt, or sacrifice ground ball.
Now to bat for the Raiders, number 3, Lauren
Up for
Jenkins.
Hastings. We are back to the top of the order. It's the first baseman, number 3, Lauren Jenkins.
Hastings Stars ready to take this over. Their only college commit.
Lauren reached base, her first at bat. That one's high, ball 1.
Jenkins committed to the University of Minnesota Duluth. She's going to play with her sister Kendall next year. And her coach says that she can play almost any position on the field.
And there's a blooper behind the pitcher. Third baseman calls her off. And that's the first out by Kate Dam, makes the catch. Always smart if you can not let the pitcher have to do that, Carl, because they trip over the mound. They're not hard to see it, so good, smart play there by the third baseman.
Communication is key.
Now for the Raiders, number 10, Sienna McCoy.
Next up for the Raiders, number 10, catcher Sienna McCoy. She flew out to the first baseman, her first at bat. And that one's in there on the inside corner, strike 1.
The 2023 All-Conference selection. Batting righty here, wearing number 10.
The pitch, that one's grounded. That's going to be a fair ball right down the line. That one just stayed inside that line.
I really thought that one was going to go foul.
It might have gone, but that's a smart play by the first baseman there. I'm glad you brought that up. That was Emma Debelzan. How'd you say it? Center fielder, a diving catch. What a play, folks. That was Byron Buxton-like right there. I know it's Burnsville, but you got to commend great plays in any sport. See if we're going to get a shot of that bad boy. That was Alex Gerber, number 21 in center. Here it comes from the third base side camera. Get a good shot of her. There it is, laying out. Sometimes that ball bounces out, but she fields it clean for out number 3.
Sports Center top 10, where are you at?
Da-da-da, I got your back, Carl. And we're going to go to take a little break here, folks. Once again, I'm Peter Heyman with Carl Warner.
Strain putting every ounce of energy she can into every one of these pitches.
And that one's in there for a strike. Speaking of pitches, Haley had a 19-pitch inning last week, so she is up to 40 pitches already. Little unorthodox for her, but she's got a strong arm. She's young, and there's a ground ball The first baseman cuts it off. The flip over to second baseman in time. Out number 1. Good heads-up play there by Lauren Jenkins and Emily Dabrowski. Good teamwork over there. Carl, that takes a lot of footwork and timing when they got to flip that ball to the second baseman running over. It's not easy.
Knowing what to do when it happens, not panicking in that moment, and just hours and hours of practice, just so it becomes second nature.
Yes, sir. That's up to the plate now. The catcher, number 10, Tori Gromacki. First pitch is down low, ball 1. Tori grounded out to the pitcher in her first at-bat. And that's a little blooper to left. And the Hastings Raiders left fielder makes a running play coming in. That's Miss Lauren Meyer. See if we'll get a shot on that one for you.
And you
Carl,
see,
take it away, buddy.
when we get this replay here, Lauren Meyer, not as dramatic as the catch that was made the last half inning, but still, this is blasted out to left field, and Lauren Meyer comes in there for the grab, left-handed. Junior making a great play for the Raiders.
Absolutely. There's a ground ball right side, second baseman fields it clean, throws to first, out number 3. So just like that, 1-2-3 inning, and we head to the bottom of the 4th. Burnsville up 1-0. And that was a 5-pitch inning, folks. So Haley keeping that pitch count a little lower. You can see right there, though, on the scoreboard on your screen, 1-0. Burnsville with that no-hit run. What I mean by that is there was an error and a fielder's choice and a few sacrifices in there. So good team ball for Burnsville.
The clouds are starting to come in here in Hastings. Still not chilly, still at least 67-ish, but now we have a little bit less glare on our monitor here. A little bit easier to see the replays.
That was just a 6-pitch inning last inning for Gracie Johnson. So she's at 35 so far for the game.
So a little bit quicker than her third inning. Just a little bit.
Yes, a little, yeah. Just so you Raiders fans know, the baseball team is also playing today. Well, we got our main man, Mr. Tuck, as you know him. He's going to give us some updates in that game. So we'll keep you updated on the baseball team as they go too. Baseball, softball, we go hand in hand.
The Raiders softball is riding a 2-game winning streak, hoping to continue it into 3 today with their last Tuesday win over Matamidi and their last Thursday win over Two Rivers. But if they want to win today and extend it to 3, they now have a hole to dig themselves out of.
Yes, they do, and they're going to try to do that with the designated player, number 27, Kylie Evans. Kylie had a great at-bat her first bat. She fouled a bunch off down the left side, and she ended up on base. Let's see if she can do that again here. Raiders need base runners. Gracie's first pitch. That's high, ball 1.
Kylie's not going to take that one. And you can see almost the Burnsville outfield is they've moved back a little.
Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. That's high, ball 2.
The Raiders have put up at least 4 runs in all of their games so far this year. So far through 3, they have none. So it seems almost as though it's a matter of time before something gets clicking here.
Just got to get that runner on base, Carl. Well said. There's a foul ball that counts even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Any way you can here, Carl, whether it's a hit, a walk, an error, we'll take it anyway.
Hastings has been very patient at the plate today. They're not making it easy outs for Johnson. But Johnson is 1 strike away from this inning being over.
That's outside, ball 3. So our first full count of the game. Unfortunately, there's nobody on base because I love being on base with 2 outs and a full count. As soon as they pitch, you're gone. We can have the ghost runner leave. Here's the pitch, full count, line drive. That's a fair ball down the left side. She got enough speed to get to second.
Meyer wants
She's
2.
to second. The throw, no throw. That's a stand-up double. Just what we talked about, Carl, getting runners on base.
Meyer with a big play for the Raiders here.
So that puts a runner in scoring position for the Raiders here in the bottom of the fourth, looking to tie it up. And coming to the plate is number 11 center fielder Addie
Now to
Selesky.
bat, number 11, Addie Selesky.
Addie Selesky is just chomping at the bit. She wants to get that runner on second home.
And Addie had a base hit her first at bat. Let's see if we can double that. And she first pitch swing and is fouled off right side. Outfielders look like they're playing pretty straight up.
Addie, deep focus.
And that one's a little high, but she fouls that one off. Counts 0-2 here. Carl, 0-2, got to be careful here. This could be the changeup. It could be something outside. If you're a batter, you got to be composed, but you don't want to look at strike three either.
The Raiders dugout is excited. They got their runner in scoring position. Obviously, Addie's excited too.
And there's a good shot of the wrestling coach, Tim Hanneberg. Got all the coaches out here, all the sports involved. Love it. Go ahead, Carl.
You can't let this opportunity slip for the Raiders. You may not see a better one.
And that one's low. Good eyes, Addie. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And after 1 inning, boys baseball is 0-0. Thank you, Mr. Nick Tuckner. Versus South St. Paul. And there's a ground ball. This is a short one. Can the third baseman get there in time? She does. So Addie's unable to beat it out as a 5-3 put out for 3 outs, but not before 1 runner's left on base. A great double by Lauren Meyer, but unfortunately she's left on base. Go ahead, partner.
Kate Dam just gunned that one over to first base, almost Royce Lewis-like, to finish off the bottom of the fourth for Burnsville in the field.
So after 4 complete innings, Burnsville Blaze 1, Hastings Raiders 0. Still got a lot of game to go.
Take this opportunity to remind you that HCTV Sports is supported by Farmers Insurance, the Katie Lindbergh Agency. Katie Lindbergh, Hastings, Downtown Farmers Insurance. If you don't know insurance, then you need to know her.
Yes, sir. Great job, Carl. That was a 15-pitch inning for Miss Gracie Johnson. That brings her total up to 50. And Haley, I think I mentioned before, she is at 45. So they're about even.
During the break, we saw Coach Fikema giving a high five to junior Allie LaFleur, not in the lineup today, but just keeping the spirits high.
And that first pitch to Gracie Johnson, pitcher to pitcher, as you mentioned before, Carl, is a foul ball, strike 1. Advantage, Haley.
That one went straight into the Burnsville dugout.
It's a good thing they got those fences there.
Yeah.
You might find some old schools without fences or half a fence. You got to be alert. That's high ball 1. You can even see the first base coach as a player. They must wear a helmet out there. Coaches don't have to if they're an adult. We'll say like over 18.
Yeah, the State High School League, great rule, protecting our high schoolers.
And great diving play by second. She got time. She got her.
Dombrowski to Jenkins. That is the connection. That is the first out of the inning. Great diving play.
Folks, if we can get a shot of that replay, I thought that was a base hit up the middle. Then out of nowhere, Dombrowski lays out. Here's that replay. There it is. What a play. And the wherewithal to get up off her knees, throws her out at first.
What a full extension by Dombrowski.
That's 2 ESPN top 10s today's game, folks.
We're having a ball out here.
And that first pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner to Emma. I'm going to let you say her last name. Number 24, the first baseman.
Emma DeBilzen.
That one is called ball. She thought about going for it, but she held back. Counts even 1 ball, 1 strike.
DeBilzen, not the pitcher today, but she does do some pitching for Burnsville.
That's low ball 2.
Sophomore.
So it counts 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 5th, 1 out. Haley Strain on the mound to pitch. That's a nice pitch right there. A little change action. Counts even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Strain ready to put this one to bed.
That's a
That's
foul
gonna be
straight up. First base. Oh, Haley calls it off, and she makes the play. Haley Strain with an F1 for you guys doing book at home.
And Jenkins giving Strain a big smile. Just, it's all good because they got the out, but I think Jenkins maybe wanted to pad her stats a little bit.
Yes, sir. And those are the plays you got to be careful of there. If the players aren't loud and talkative, sometimes they'll run into each other, and then there'll be an error.
One of the biggest differences between baseball and softball is just how vocal the players on the bench are and the players in the field the entire game. Supporting teammates, communicating.
At the plate now is the second baseman, Miley Lamott. She fouls one off down the right side, almost into the bullpen. That'll even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Lamott reached base by error. And that was the big play that got Burnsville to able to get that run later in that 3rd inning. And that's key with the bottom of the order scoring a run too, Carl. And that one's called a ball. Counts 2 balls, 1 strike. That's an inside corner. Strike 2. Counts even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
She found the box. And now Miley stuck with 2 strikes. Not many walks in this game.
And there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. Haley takes down the Blaze in the top of the 5th. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. Raiders down 1. But they've had some runners on base, and they've been making it dangerous here, Carl. It's just a matter of time, I think, like you said, before that first run comes across the plate.
They're staying around, and sometimes that's all you can really ask for.
And there's athletic director, Mr. Trent Hansen. I had the pleasure of going to high school with Trent, so there I am showing my age again.
Trent Hansen gave us a great interview for David Russell Larson's broadcast journalism class back in 2021 when we were just coming out of COVID. He's always been a friendly face to be around, and he's done a lot of great work for ISD 200 in the last few months specifically, so giving him a lot of credit.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Trent Hansen. Thank you all the teachers, actually, and all the adults that help out with the high school, both education and athletics. Just want to give a little, it looks like we are going to have no, we're not going to have a new pitcher.
Yes,
yes, we are. No, not a new pitcher.
No, Johnson's been practicing.
They were just all on a mound near her, kind of like when a new pitcher comes in, they were just ready to go.
Yeah, Johnson's been warming up without her helmet for the entirety of this game at the beginning of every inning, so I can see how that could be a little bit confusing, but her helmet's back on now, and she's ready to go back to work. Dombrowski.
And speaking of Dombrowski, she was the one that made that great play there in the top of the inning to keep that runner off base. So she's going to lead off here, the bottom of the 5th for the Raiders.
Raiders senior.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Carl, I might ask you later to tell us how many seniors the Raiders got, how many juniors, because I think they're pretty upperclassmen heavy.
They are.
There's high ball 1, counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
On their varsity roster, on solely varsity, the Raiders have 4 seniors and 7 juniors and just 1 sophomore.
Oh, there's a rip to left field. Is that overhead? Yes, it is. She burnt the left fielder. She's going to have easily a double. See if she gets any more. Nope, it's a stand-up double. What a shot by Dombrowski after making the great play in the field. Now she leads off with a stand-up double, and that's exactly what the Raiders needed with nobody out.
Brooke Gerber did not have a chance out there in left field. She just had to run it down afterwards.
Here's that replay, Carl. Take it away, buddy.
Johnson's heavy pitch goes into left field. As we said, Gerber, all Gerber can do is wait for it to bounce off the fence.
Oh, there's a good bunt by Moore. She puts it down beautifully. I'm not sure they're going to get her. She's safe. And that's an infield hit for Mull, and Dombrowski advances to third base. Raiders got runners on the corners and nobody out.
This is the time. And guess what?
Here's a replay. Look at that beautiful bunt third baseman fielder, but just not enough. That was close, but she beat it
Her
out.
speed beat her, and here is the Raiders. This is exactly who you want at the plate.
Absolutely. We're back to the top of the order. Miss Lauren Jenkins. Nobody out. Here we go, Raiders.
She'll be at Duluth next spring, but right now she's in the Raiders batter's box.
Take bunt. Oh, they're going to steal. No throw. Smart play. Take away that force out, so an easy runner advances to second.
0-1 for Jenkins, but I got a feeling here. Jenkins is ready to blow this game open for the Raiders. It's time to add some runs.
The pitch from Gracie. Swing and a miss. Ground ball to third. Runner, she's coming home. There's a play at the plate. Oh, she dropped it. There we go. Raiders tie it up, and both runners are going to advance to second and third. That was a high throw. We're going to give the error on the shortstop there.
Dembrowski is able to come in on the bad throw.
So for those of you marking book, Jenkins is going to get a fielder's choice, and then she'll advance to second on the error by the shortstop on the throw.
Gramacki was not able to handle Carly Lamott's throw, which allowed Dembrowski to score.
So it is now 1-1, folks, and the Raiders are still in business.
With McCoy at the plate here.
Yes, sir. Sienna
Now up,
McCoy,
number 10, Sienna McCoy.
our catcher. That was a ball outside.
And again, the double play is not in effect here. Still no outs. Runner at second and third. Sienna McCoy.
That was in there inside high. Strike one.
She's being patient, and you can't attack her for that. Not taking any unintelligent swings. She's trying to take advantage of. They've tied the game, but they don't want just that. They want a lot more.
Absolutely. Here's the pitch. Ooh, low. Count is in favor of McCoy. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Great eye from McCoy.
This is a hitter's count. Sometimes pitchers could get a little rattled when there's nobody out. They scored a run. Oh, there's a ground ball up the middle. It's off the glove. Raiders are going to score. That's going to be a base hit. And another run is going to come in. The Raiders going to score 2 runs. Oh, they throw it to the plate. Runner's going to advance to second. Heads up play by the Hastings Raiders
There
runners.
are bodies and balls flying everywhere right now for Burnsville, and it scores 2 runs. Mule and Jenkins gets in on that hit from McCoy.
And here comes your replay. A hard hit off the glove.
Johnson
Squeaks by.
Johnson unable to handle it at the pitcher's position. She may have had a chance. And then just some poor fielding decisions.
Yeah, that's a time when the outfielder, they want to try to get that runner out at home, but the catcher was trying to tell her, too, don't throw it, don't throw it. But sometimes natural instinct comes into play.
Burnsville it felt like Burnsville was really rushing a lot of that last play, and now our home plate umpire is going to go interrupt this mound visit.
Yep, usually umpires give them a couple minutes to talk, and then they got to say, all right, let's go.
It's time to get the game back a-going, and now the game is 3-1 Hastings.
Now up for the Raiders, number 18, Haley Strain.
Next up for the Raiders, number 18, the pitcher, Haley Strain. Both times up, she is line drived out to the center fielder.
We have a righty-lefty matchup. We'll Strain that on.
That's low, ball 1.
Strain wants her pitch. She doesn't want anything else.
And that's outside, misses for ball 2. So Haley ahead in the count, 2-0.
Looking at McCoy here on second base, she is ready to take off like a rocket. All she's waiting for is to watch.
Oh, that one was a 2-0 count, a little high for my liking, but Haley took a swing at it anyways. Counts 2 balls, 1 strike. That's the 14th pitch of this inning already. That brings Gracie Johnson up to 64.
Johnson is deep into it now.
There's a ground ball. That's a base hit to the right side. Runners at third.
Here comes McCoy. McCoy.
Play at the plate. She's safe. No play. An RBI base hit for Haley Strain.
She waited for her pitch, and Strain definitely got it. Here comes our replay. She waited for it. Almost spelled out what she was going to do in the batter's box. Here comes the pitch on the
Courtesy for
replay.
the pitcher, number
And
1,
Strain
Ryan
just
Gessner.
demolished that to right field. It was way too late for Hindrahan to do anything, and McCoy easily scored. Excuse me, Handrahan, the
Now
right
for the
fielder, had
Raiders,
no
number
chance
27,
of making that play.
Kylie Evans.
Not to discredit her, but just quite the hit from Haley Strain.
And into pinch run is going to be number 1, Elle Gessner for the Raiders at first base for Haley Strain. Bringing to the plate, number 27, designated player Kylie Evans. She takes high, ball 1.
Gessner lined up like she's about to run the 100 meters. I think Evans is going to give her a chance.
Oh, there's a foul ball left side. Out of play. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Kylie Evans, one of the Raiders' seniors.
There's another foul ball left side. Thanks to our fans out there getting some foul balls, getting this workout in. Showing off the guns. Throwing the ball on the asphalt, though.
We got a lot of fan teamwork out
Trying
here.
to keep it off the grass. Nope. Gonna have to teach these parents. Those balls are a lot of money. They're precious. There's a shot to right field. That's another base hit. And Gessner with wheels, but she's going to stay at second.
Handrahan makes the throw into Miley Lamont.
So there's another hit for the Raiders. Might get a little replay of that here. That was a hard line drive to right field. And it looks like Burnsville is going to change their flex into their DP and have a new pitcher here.
For number 27 is number 6, Allie LaFleur.
Allie LaFleur is going to come in and run for the Raiders. That's the flex for DP.
Allie LaFleur, I know she's looking back on that high five that Coach Fikema gave her a couple innings ago. She's ready to run in another one for the Raiders here. Finally getting into the game. At this time, as we have a little bit of break in action here, as they're making some substitutions, the Raiders are, take a quick moment to remind you that HCTV Sports is supported by Balanced Wealth Management. Balanced Wealth Management, retirement planning expertise. Retirement planning expertise you will find at Balanced Wealth Management.
So great job of hitting here. Carl, we talked about, you mentioned it even earlier, that the Raiders had scored 4 runs in all their previous games. And surprise, surprise, how many runs they got on the board right now? But 4. And they still want more.
Man.
There's nobody out yet in this bottom of the 5th.
How much would the Raiders love to take a 3-game winning streak into their road trip to North St. Paul tomorrow?
Oh, they would love it.
Kaylee Hunt.
Keep this going. Got 2 more games this week. Thursday against Hill Murray here as well in Hastings.
So after a brief visit at the mound, Hastings Raiders now batting shortstop number 5, Kaylee Hunt. And there's a bunt attempt that's fouled off against the fence. So good hustle by the catcher there, though, for Burnsville, Miss Tori Gromacki.
Gromacki almost had a chance of getting that if it lived up in the air for a couple more seconds. Hunt's got to be careful about her bunting position here. She doesn't want an easy out.
That one's high. She fouls that one off. Strike 2. For those of you watching, there is runners on first and second, nobody out. So if those of you remember, fielder's choice or a infield fly rule is on right now. So the umpires hopefully have talked to each other about that. If there's a pop fly in the infield, it's routine. They should call infield fly. Let's hope we don't see that. That's low, ball 1.
Very low for Hunt. 1 and 2 now. Still no outs. Raiders just trying to pile and pile on. Leave everything they can here in this 6th inning.
Raiders already with 5 hits
in
this inning.
In this 5th inning, excuse me.
There's a shot to that's going to be a base hit right there to right field. They're going to send her. She's coming home. There's going to be cut off. No play at the plate. Runner scores another RBI for the Raiders. That's Kaylee Hunt with her first hit of the game and an RBI.
Kaylee Hunt with the 3rd hit to right field. The deep drive into right field just this inning alone.
Now up for the Raiders is number 2, Lauren Meyer.
So the 5th run on the board for the Raiders.
And Sydney Handrahan is just getting tired of fielding all these. She's been given a lot of work this inning for Burnsville. As we got the replay here, deep into right field, Handrahan got a good jump on it. Back to business now for Lauren Meyer.
That first pitch is a strike against Lauren Meyer. Lauren Meyer had a double her last at bat. Trying to check out the Burnsville bullpen, see if they got anybody warming up yet. I can't see anybody yet. I don't know about behind the dugout. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 2.
Big hack from Meyer. Meyer's been swinging for the fences today. 5-1 Raiders. Raiders, the one-time state champions, going up against the 3-time state champion Burnsville today. Burnsville's most recent in 2010, otherwise 2004 and 2005.
There's a swing and a miss, and that is the first out of the inning. So Gracie records her first out with a strikeout. Bringing to plate, number 11, Addie
Raiders
Selesky.
is number 11, Addie Selesky.
Hastings actually won the state title the year after Burnsville won their last one, when Hastings won in 2011. But neither team has won since. Looking to get back to Mankato this year.
And there's a little blooper. That should be called. I might have heard an infield fly. Maybe it was a fan that yelled it, but that was a case of possible infield fly. Maybe the umpire said it.
Emma DeBilzen makes the easy play.
So that's an F4, out number 2.
Now up is number 4.
And we're back to the top of the order, the one that started it all this inning, Emily Dombrowski. Ooh, that one's high, ball 1.
Do you reckon that Johnson is starting to lose some control here?
Could be a little bit. Like I said, could be razzled, arms getting tired.
Because she was electric the entire first 4 innings, and now the floodgates have just opened after it seemed just a couple drips were coming through at the beginning of this inning.
Ooh, that one's a wild pitch, and the runners are going to advance to second and third there. Emily did a good job of lifting that right leg up so it wouldn't hit her. Although if it would have hit her, she would have went to first base, but she wants to hit.
Dombrowski wants to add on. Will she?
And that's a foul ball. Should bring our count to 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2 runners still in scoring position here. Hunt on second, LaFleur on third. And that one's high, good eye. Way to lay off that one. You've seen earlier a lot of players that when they're right on that eyeball, it's like a happy zone. It's like candy. They want to swing at it, but she laid off that.
Yeah, it's tricky to keep away from it.
Count should be 3 balls, 1 strike. I think the girls in the dugout just haven't. Thanks for the girls for doing the scoreboard. There's a foul ball. Should bring us to a full count here.
Long at bat here for Dombrowski. Getting every pitch
And
out
there's
of
your
Johnson that she can.
Umpire confirmed the full count. Girls in the dugout just got to switch that, but most important thing is the players know.
Johnson doesn't like what the catcher's giving her. She likes what she has now.
Oh, there's a shot to deep left center field. Does it have enough? It is. Oh, a diving attempt. It's dropped. It's not caught. 2 runs are going to score. Here goes Emily. She's heading to third, and she's going to get in there. And that's going to be a stand-up triple.
And she's hearing it from the crowd. Her second huge hit of this inning alone. Emily Dombrowski. She lit the flame, and now she's just adding on to the fire.
Here's a shot of that replay.
And you see the outfielders here collide. Alex Gerber and Brooke Gerber, the sisters, collided into each other.
Yep, there was a little bit, but it was a diving catch.
I have a different look for you.
I think with them diving anyways, I'm not sure they would have got her out at third anyway, so I'm going to stick with the triple.
You wonder what
Because they both dove, and they were on the ground anyways.
you wonder what Burnsville coach Eric Roos is making of this performance right now, or this inning in general.
At the plate, Lauren Mall. Swing and a miss. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hastings with 7 hits and 7 runs in this inning. Gotta love it. That's high. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strikes to count.
One of the very first things they teach you in first aid is how to stop the bleed. And right now, Burnsville cannot stop any of the Hastings bleed right now.
There's a changeup fouled off. Way to stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Burnsville, as a town, has almost 3 times more of a population than Hastings does, but Hastings is making their biggest small town in Minnesota presence felt right now.
Amen. That one's high. And that's a full count, folks. I think Carl mentioned earlier, I don't think we've had any walks this game yet.
Yeah, it has been a relatively
good pitching, we'll say.
Yeah.
And hitting, swinging.
Based on balls less game.
I kind of like to not be a walk. And there's a blooper to right to center field. It's going to hang, though. Center fielder makes the out for out number 3, but not before Hastings Raiders put up 7 runs on 7 hits, 1 runner left on base. What a great inning in the bottom of the 5th for Hastings to take a 7-1 lead. And we are going to go on a little break, folks. And I'm Peter Heyman and Carl Warner. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
He gets the pin. What a move, what a goal! Oh, what a shot, scores!
The Raiders, can they get the lift? Yes, they do.
Just snipes one.
Oh my God!
And reaching up and making the play.
It's moving!
It's over. Looking to throw, and she's going to get the first down.
Gone! Touchdown Raiders!
We welcome you back to the Hastings softball field for this varsity matchup between the Burnsville Blaze and the Hastings Raiders, as Carly Lamont is ready to take the start of this, the 6th inning. Here in this game, Raiders exploded in the bottom of the 5th to take a 7-1 lead. And now Haley Strain is trying to protect it here in the last 2 innings of the game. Haley Strain measuring up Lamont.
Actually, gotta kind of look for that.
That's going to be in there for ball 1, low. Lamont, if Burnsville wants to get back into this, they're going to have to start now. Lamont at the plate. 1-0 for Lamont. Strain comes. Low. 2-0. 2-0 for Carly Lamont. Her sister, Miley Lamont, her twin sister, will bat in the 9-hole. Strain in there for ball 3. Strain has to find the zone here. As we welcome Peter back into the broadcast booth. We are at a 3-0 count.
Thank you, Carl, for covering for me. As you mentioned, it's the leadoff hitter here, Carly Lamont. And that's in there for a strike. Burnsville needs a little rally of their own. Obviously, as Raider fans, we don't want to see that, but
you know, I think I spoke too soon earlier when I was talking about the weather, because now with the sun gone.
And that brings us to a full count here, so Haley doing a good job going down 3-0.
With the sun gone, we're seeing quite a few people starting to pull out some blankets here in the stands. Nonetheless, still t-shirt weather. A nice Raider lead. Can't ask for a better Monday.
Oh, a little changeup. It's a blooper to shortstop. Does she have the time to get her? Oh, he calls her safe. And she might have beat it. I'm just going to have to talk to our first baseman. I think if Lauren would have stretched a little bit there, I think she might have got her. Let's see on that replay.
This one gets hit right to Kaylee Hunt.
Oh, she did. That was pretty close.
Very close.
I'll just say thank you to officials, though, and umpires for always being here. Without them, there'd be no playing.
Indeed.
There's a bunt offer, and that's called strike.
And for those who don't know, and we see this replay here as Hunt tries to gun it over to first, but it's just not in time, or according to our replay here. We are very fortunate to have the camera systems that we do for this broadcast. Obviously, without this being televised, it would be a much harder to tell.
Well, then we really have to be great at our job, Carl.
Yeah.
And I do want to thank our camera operators. We'll give them a shout out later on at the end of the game. Counts 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, that was a bunt offer. She swings and misses. Brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here. Top of the 6th, just like Hastings, they led off with their leadoff runner hitter getting on base, and they rallied. Burnsville also has their leadoff on. Let's see if we can stop that. That's high ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Alex Gerber is really stepping into these, almost running into the pitch, trying to use her own momentum of her body to get the ball past Strain.
Yeah, Carl, you'll see that a lot with left-handed batters. That one's low, ball 3. So we're at a full count again. It's called kind of a slap. They call them slap hitters. They get their momentum going and get the first easier. So let's see what Haley has in her book. Oh, that one's high. And now we're first walk of the game.
Comes here in the 6th inning.
I don't know if we can call that an announcer jinx because we mentioned
just
it multiple
talked about
times.
it.
Either way, runners on first and second now for Burnsville. It's the top of the 6th. Hastings is up 7-1. But as we saw last inning, just like that, Hastings put 7 runs up. So Hastings needs to get in out here. It's their number 3 hitter, Brooke Gerber. She takes strike 1.
Now Alex's sister, Brooke, back-to-back in the lineup.
And that one's low, ball 1. Haley getting her pitch count in here this inning as well.
Sister Alex is the senior, Brooke, sophomore. Sophomore trying to make an impact here, try to get Burnsville back to striking range of Hastings. And Strain is still struggling to find the zone here. 3-0. It's almost as if you see it across all levels of baseball and softball where a big inning is had by one team and the pitcher who is on that winning team, they spend a lot of time in the dugout and it can almost ice them.
That's in there for a strike.
No ice there though.
3 balls, 1 strike.
So hopefully, what I'm trying to say is hopefully that big 5th inning from the Raiders did not prolong any of Strain's readiness.
There's that one hit the batter.
Right at her feet.
So the count's going to be a full count. There's a base open, but we don't want to give that to her. We need to get an out here. Or a strikeout.
Gerber taking some hefty warm-up swings. She wants to put this one back by the water tower. Get Burnsville back into striking range.
Oh, it's called strike 3 on the outside corner on the change. Haley gets the call. First out.
There she goes looking.
That's the first looking strikeout of the game, too. Here's a replay of that. Let's see where it's at.
Let's see where she
finds it. Was
finds.
definitely on the high side.
You see this replay here.
Ooh.
Oh, she put it right in there.
There's a ground ball to third. Oh, it gets below the third base. Shortstop from her knees. Not in time. That's going to be an error on the third baseman right underneath her. If she would have had an easy out at third and probably a double play, but
Kaylee Hunt with some great backup of Allie LaFleur, but it unfortunately was not enough.
That is a good call, Carl. A lot of times third baseman goes underneath. That's out in left field, and it's a run. And that's in there for a strike 1.
Big bases loaded situation here with only 1 out.
And this is Tori Gomacki. This is one of their better hitters. She was 3rd best hitter last season. Ooh, foul ball, strike 1. Sorry, she's 3rd best hitter coming in today's game with a .333 batting average.
This may be the loudest the Burnsville dugout has been all game, trying to will themselves into a big hit here from Tori.
The count is 0-2. There's a change. She got her. That's strike 3. That's 2 outs on a swinging strike. Let's see. Haley says, I'm just going to do this myself. Brings it to plate. The right fielder, number 3, Sid Handrahan. That's in there for strike 1.
Handrahan, who had all of that work in right field last inning, now has some work to do at the plate. Make her feel a lot better.
That one's high, ball 1, counts even.
Her untimely throw early in that bottom of the 5th kind of sparked the Raiders' run.
This would be Haley's 25th pitch of this inning. And that's low. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. She had 18 pitches in the first 3 batters, 6 to each of them. Ooh, good drop ball there, but just misses the zone in the bottom. That brings the count 3 balls, 1 strike. And there's a foul ball. She stays alive. That makes the count a full count. Little update from our baseball game, folks. Hastings Raiders Hendrickson hits a solo home run. He's got 5 home runs in four games as a team. They're in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's a fair ball. Good job, catcher. Throws her out at first. So Burnsville gets a couple runners on base, but they leave the bases loaded as Haley Strain pitches her way out of that inning.
I was surprised that stayed fair. That was as slow as it could be, but it did, and they were able to get out of it. McCoy making the play up to Jenkins.
Had a little, looks like Sid Handerhan tried to appeal to the umpire there, but no sir, no doing there.
The Burnsville coach is out talking to our home base umpire.
He might be making a change. Looks like he's got his lineup in his hand, and yes, he is. There's going to be a pitching change here. It's going to be number 24. That's Emma. I'll let you say the last name.
Emma DeBilzen.
DeBilzen, there you go.
Emma DeBilzen. As mentioned earlier, she has done some pitching here, and at the end of the day, Gracie Johnson has had a lot of pitches in this game, so definitely not surprising that Burnsville is going to look to a fresh arm to finish out the game, or to try to extend the game, really, for Burnsville. But she's going to get some adequate warm-up time here.
So we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. Emma DeBilzen is going to go to the mound, and it'll be number 11. Emma King is going to take her place at first, and Gracie Johnson's going to head to the bench and get some rest. But Gracie did a great job today pitching. Always like good teammates.
Hastings is having a really good start to the season so far. They are in 2nd place of the three quadruple A section.
And here's your section standings right there. Rosemount in the lead at 2-0, but Hastings right there behind them, 1-0.
We'll look at it next inning, Brig.
And that first pitch is in there for a strike to Lauren Jenkins, the top of the order for the Raiders.
Emma DeBilzen trying to make this inning short and sweet. Now, of course, Jenkins wants nothing to do with that, but that one's going to end up in the dirt. And
no, that's a hit by pitch.
Yeah, she did get hit by it. Maybe ate it on the foot.
Might. That's the best place to take it. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, you reckon?
Oh, I know, because I've been hit many times. Baseball, hitting the helmet a few times. That might.
There are some people that would claim like just grazing off the thigh, maybe, but.
I like it in the foot if you kind of can, on your cleat, we'll say, like underneath, like you kind of lift it up and just hits the bottom.
Yeah.
Maybe not like the side of the ankle. Anyways, at the plate for the Raiders, Sienna McCoy after that hit by pitch.
Sienna McCoy had a huge hit last inning to help spark the Raiders' big 5th inning.
And that's in their dirt for ball 2. Count should be 2 balls, no strikes. I think the girls have forgotten what they're doing in the dugout on that scoreboard action. Oh, that's a wild pitch, and that's going to advance Jenkins to 2nd.
That is at least the 3rd pitch that DeBilzen has delivered that has ended up behind the catcher.
You see this a lot, though, Carl. A lot of times, most teams, whoever starts the game pitching is kind of their number 1 solid pitcher.
Absolutely.
Sometimes could get a little dicey after that. And that's a 4-pitch walk to Sienna McCoy with a little big pop in the background, if you can hear that music, little walk-up.
Number 18, Haley Strain.
And that's Haley Strain's walk-up music.
A lot of great music today. Big thanks to, is it the, you reckon it's the girls in the dugout who are controlling the walk-up music?
No, I guess it is, according to our boss over here, Mr. Hunter Pinky. That first pitch.
Haley Strain facing her, the pitcher facing her 2nd pitcher of the game.
There's a low changeup.
No
outside
backup
corner.
No backup for Strain, though, to be seen. Haley pitched in, she started all 18 games last year. 137 strikeouts for Strain. Been the varsity pitcher since 2022.
And here's the pitch. There's a rip to second base, fielded clean. They flipped to second. They got her to first. Not in time. But a good flip there by second baseman, looking like a real pro out there.
Great play from Dombrowski, and Hunt was right in the position that she needed to be, but it was just too fast.
Yep, that was, I think, Miley Lamont there doing a little Or did they switch players out there at second base too? Here's a replay of that.
Coach Tezing is having a conversation. She's going to make a substitution. She's going to bring in a pitch runner.
Now up to bat, number 6, Allie LaFleur.
And staying in and batting is number 6, Allie LaFleur. She takes first pitch, a ball.
Allie LaFleur was subbed in late in last inning, staying in for the Raiders. Some white Nike cleats.
Oh, she fouls that one off.
Watch out.
Yep, anybody that parked in that first row. Counts 1 ball, 1 strike. New pitcher in there for Burnsville. There's another foul ball. I think that one's going to squeak out of here, maybe on top of the dugout. Counts 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think that one just escaped the Burnsville visitors' dugout, or else we would have heard quite the how would you put that onomatopoeia? That smack on the top of that tin.
Maybe we'll get Hunter to get some noise sound effects in there for us. There's another one. That one's a little farther over there.
That one's definitely grass. But indeed, Allie LaFleur.
I like it. Allie LaFleur coming in as a designated player, if you will, coming in to hit. Hey, you better take your swings.
Allie LaFleur wearing the scouting chart there on her left wrist for the field assignments.
Last year, Allie had 7 hits and 7 runs. Oh, swing and a miss, and the runner was going. She's going to take second, no throw. So that's a strikeout for out number 2 and a stolen base there for Gessner. Not sure what this music, I'm hearing some like 60s, 70s music. Maybe.
Yeah, Kaylee, if this is Kaylee Hunt's walk-up music, then she took an untraditional approach, but
I like it.
Untraditional in a good way, you know?
Amen.
Now up to bat, number 5,
That first pitch is a swing and a miss from Kaylee Hunt.
The senior knows what she's doing here. Lots of experience, unique stance. She wants every little bit of when that bat comes around. Oh,
just missed low, ball 1.
Just missed it. DeBilson trying to get Burnsville out of this bottom of the 6th. Despite a lot of action for DeBilson here in the 6th, still no runs for the Raiders. So if she's able to get out of this, I think she would still consider it to be a success.
Yeah, we can't forget Jenkins is just 60 feet away over there on third base. And a pass ball here, she could be heading home. Or a wild pitch.
Yes, and we've seen plenty of those pass balls this bottom of the inning.
Count goes to 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners on second, third, bottom of the 6th. Hastings up 7-1. Looking for a 1 or 2 more here. And when she takes the strike, if I was in there as a designated player on a 3-1 count, I would have been ripping that sucker. Sorry, she's not the designated player, but still on a 3-1 count. Oh, that's fouled off. That's the 6th pitch of the at-bat here for Kaylee. Making Emma work. I'm going to stick to Emma's first name. I'll let you stick to the last name on that one.
Journalism 101. Just if you were on national TV, you would not want to have your last name said incorrectly.
Agreed, totally.
Whether or misspelled if it's in text.
Amen to that. There's another foul ball. Yep, a good second or first lieutenant taught me that when I was in the Corps. I always try to get everybody's name correct.
Yeah.
Good job of home plate up here, picking out a couple new gems. See if we can get a shot from Mr. Max Slocum, get a shot of the umpire heading back in. Showing his best little changeup right there. Nice job, Blue.
Off speed.
All right. So it is, once again, full count, 2 outs. Hunt at the plate, swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Raiders leave 2 runners on base, but we're going to head to the top of the 7th with a 7-1 lead. All we need is 3 more outs from Haley Strain on the mound.
we take another look at the standings here, Hastings has had a great start to the year, despite starting the season with a loss on the road at Tartan, 7-8, heartbreaking loss there, just by 1 run. But yeah, we look at the standings, and Rosemont still in front, undefeated. Hastings will hopefully finish this off and move to 3-1 overall on the season. And Burnsville taking up the back of the standings here today, 0-3, yet to win a game. Last year, Rosemont represented the section in the state tournament, and they went on to win the entire thing. They beat Hopkins, White Bear Lake, and Forest Lake in the championship to finish off their championship, their state title. Of course, the Raiders having a good start to the season. They are trying to get back to where they have not been, and that's the state title game. They are trying to get back there and win their first since 2011.
So coming to the plate for the first time in this game is the number 11, Emma Klug. Remember, she came in when Gracie Johnson came out. Emma moved over to pitch, and Emma went to first base. She takes the first pitch, a ball.
Very, very, very patient from Emma.
Emma, left-handed hitter. A lot of left-handed hitters today, Carl.
Yeah.
There's a swing and a miss. Strike 1.
1-1 for Emma here, and if Burnsville is going to have any sort of a get back into this game, you reckon it's got to start now.
There's a foul tip heading right back here. That's strike 2.
Thankful for a well-installed fence.
Amen to that. Those Pringle can would have got knocked over otherwise.
Yeah.
One ball, 2 strikes. Haley looking for the first out of the 7th inning. There's a ground ball up the middle. Haley with the classic left turn throw. 1-3 put out number 1.
They will have a quick conversation here on the mound. Haley Strain, she wants these last 2. She has really been the MVP for the Raiders for the last couple of seasons.
At plate number 24. This is your person.
Emma DeBilzen back at it.
Emma DeBilzen.
I'd say that Strain is sort of the team MVP, but she literally is. Last year she was voted team MVP.
That's a fair statement then. I would agree with you, sir. Especially when you pitch all these games, all these innings.
Yeah, all 18 games last year.
And she's a multi-sport athlete, little volleyball, little basketball, and softball.
137.
Counts 2-0.
Well, the Raiders are up by 6. But again, we've seen the Twins blew a 3-run lead yesterday, so anything is possible.
Twinkies.
Yeah, Caleb Thielbar coming heroically back from his injury-less stint and completely blows it, but he'll get back into the fold.
Got a long season in the majors there.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a ground ball to Haley. It's a turn left, spin, twist, throw. 1-3 put out.
Another just so smooth play from Haley Strain. Gangster.
And looks like, nope, number 4, Miley Lamott. Nope. What are we doing here?
We have Megan Watson. Megan Watson going to get in for the Burnsville Blaze, sophomore.
12 for 8. Megan Watson, like you said.
Making her first appearance of the game, but I think Burnsville is starting to recognize that this is almost over. Coach giving her a reason to get back on the bus.
Swing and a miss. A little late on that one. First pitch in there for a strike. That's the 9th pitch of the inning for Haley.
Good to see the Burnsville coach getting as many players into the game as he can before Haley Strain finishes business for the Raiders.
And that's strike 2, and we're down to the final strike of the game, folks.
Burnsville on their final strike. 1 remaining. And Haley Strain is ready to put this one to bed. Will she do it here?
That's high, ball 1. Burnsville still alive.
Alive, but life support. Will Strain do it here?
That's a foul ball staying alive. That one's off the dugout right there. Definitely heard that. Shank, flank, whatever you want to call it.
That very very nice woodwork has taken quite the beating over the years, and that'll add another notch to it. Strain looking to finish to send the Raiders to 3-1.
Fouled off again. Good job staying alive here by the pinch hitter.
Megan Watson, she does not want Burnsville to go easy. There's not a single player in that Burnsville dugout who does not believe in their teammate right now. Strain for the win.
Fouled off again. Look out there, dugout. Great job of fouling these off.
Megan Watson is just almost Luis Arise style, just staying alive. Eddie Julian more like now. Strain for the win for the Raiders.
That's low, full count. All right. Haley just want to get a few more pitches in, I guess.
Yeah,
work her
just
pitch count up.
Extra practice. She knows where these are going.
She's trying to get to 100.
Yeah, but she's done now.
Haley, the pitch, that's low.
But the thing is, now we're at a full count.
Thought that was full count already.
She might just want to up her pitch count, but she's not letting another batter on base here. Strain.
Well, she's at 102 pitches, so she broke it.
To finish Watson.
And there it is, strike three, struck her out, and that ends the ball game as Haley Strain strikes out the pinch hitter as the Raiders win 7-1 on 10 hits, 2 errors. Burnsville has 1 run. There's your box score, if you will, just the runs anyways. Hastings doesn't have to bat a 7th inning because they win 7-1. They improved their record to 3-1 overall. And in sections, like you said earlier, that keeps them at least right there with Rosemount. Close. That'll drop Burnsville Blaze to 1-4 in an overall record. Carl, it's been a pleasure. Any last thoughts on this game today?
Just another day at the office for Haley Strain. A great 5th inning from the Raiders, and what can we say? It's looking to be a great year. And thank you, Hastings Community TV, for letting me have my on-camera debut here.
Here's their upcoming broadcast for the Raiders. Got baseball versus Tartan on April 19th. Then on the 22nd, it's boys lacrosse versus Park. Then you got more baseball against St. Thomas Academy on April 24th. And then the Minnesota Minx versus Cedar Raptors. That's women's football on April 27th. There you can see the girls having their little, like most softball teams, little team meeting in the outfield, talk about what went on. Here we got to give our credits to our wonderful producer and director, Mr. Hunter Pinky. Camera operators, Seth Essler, Max Slocum, and Ian Andersack. Graphics and replay also done by the one and only Hunter Pinky. Score operator, Mr. Tori Selner. Very quiet over here. We appreciate his work. And next to me was Mr. Carl Werner. And pleasure from me, Mr. Peter Heyman. It was a pleasure working with you, doing some Hastings Raiders softball. Once again, Hastings Raiders 7, Burnsville 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next time on HCTV.